Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grange Headteacher CCCU Assembly. It is the week of the 17th of May 2021, and we are deep into the summer. And we know what we're aiming for at Grange. We know we want to try and achieve in time for the end of the year, graduation to next year. We always want to have a great caring attitude. We always want to be trying our best. It doesn't feel nice when we make mistakes. But when we make mistakes, we learn from them. So we're always learning, especially from our mistakes. And if we learn from our mistakes, it makes our mistakes worthwhile. We're always going for improvement and progress, to move forward, to get better, to get stronger and improve. We want to use everything we learn, our education, to help us to make great choices. And we never give up. That is our Grange way. We know that physical health, physical strength, really important. It's important to eat well, to sleep well, to exercise, to look after oneself. That's really important. But we know that the true strength comes from within ourselves, when we aim to be the very best that we can be, when we really care and try our hardest, when we strive. Then, when we're faced with any problem, and life is full of problems and challenges, then we know that we can overcome it, and not just overcome the challenge, we get even stronger from having overcome that challenge. So we know that character strength, Grange style, is our CC way. It's that balance between confidence, which is really, really looking out for oneself, and consideration, which is caring for all those around one and for the world, wanting the world to be a better place. And that's why we put our hand on our heart. We say, I really care about myself. I care about being the best that I can be, and I am going to have a go. And then I really care about the world being a great place, and I care about being kind and about making the world a nice and a good place for everybody around me. So, our Grange pupils of power, who really give us hope. So, last week we had really powerful and interesting discussions, especially in Beckham class. And we were talking because it is such a sad and tragic, really, really terrible situation in the Middle East, in Israel and Palestine. Israel and Palestine have been at battle, fighting with each other for many, many, many years. And there are many terrible things going on. There are Palestinian people being taken out of their own homes, which should absolutely not be happening. There are buildings being destroyed, which should not be happening. And there are missiles being shot at citizens on the Israeli side, which again should not be happening. And it's easy to get really upset and then to just take sides. And really, what we spoke about, especially in Beckham class, is how we can use our judgment and use our compassion and use our confidence and consideration to really try to do the right thing. We can know what's right and wrong, but we also know how we have to speak and how we have to care for each other. And Hasti and Sammy AA particularly, amazing comments, and just giving me hope that you will grow up to do better than the leaders of today. You'll be the leaders of the future, with a balance of confidence and consideration. With real compassion, you'll make the world a better place. So well done, Grange pupils of power, giving us hope. And this week, I wanted to have a character strength focus about a character strength called self-regulation. If you look at that image on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see some children sitting over there. Now you can see how calm they are. Just look at their body shape. Just look, one is slightly lying back, one is sitting with her knees, one is sitting in a yoga pose. They're two sitting next to each other. But they're very calm. They've got smiles on their faces, positive attitudes, and it also looks like they're really, really listening. So they are making great choices, and they are in control of their behavior. They are self-regulating. When you regulate, it means you don't get too overexcited. You don't not care and just put your head down. You find the right balance between listening and speaking, between confidence and consideration. You make great choices for yourself, for your behavior. And that's why when you behave well, you're not just complying. Complying means listening to somebody who told you what you're supposed to do. You're actually making a choice. This is good behavior, and I am choosing to behave in the right way. I'm choosing to do my homework. I'm choosing to listen to my teacher and educator. I'm choosing to be calm with my friends. All of that is building your future habits of greatness. You are choosing to behave well. And that is the power of self-regulation. And if you do that, it gives you confidence to know you don't just behave because somebody told you how to behave. You behave because you're making great choices to build your future greatness. And that's why at Grange, we learn to remember to focus on ourselves, to be the best for ourselves. And you know, when you put your hand on your heart, you give a CC salute. That's really, really important because what you're saying is, I am committed to being the best that I can be. I don't now sometimes it's really hard because we look at other people and sometimes we think, oh, they didn't make great choices and they got away with it, you know, in inverted commas. And we think, oh, well, maybe I should just make bad choices and maybe I'll just get away with it. Well, actually, that's the wrong way of looking at things. Because if you say, actually, really, I shouldn't be looking at other people and the choices they make and how they behave. I should be looking at me and self-regulating and saying, am I choosing making the right choices? Now, if you are listening to your teacher, if you are participating in the task when your teacher or your educator asks you to participate in the task, if you're playing nicely with your friends, if you're walking with CC walking, if you're doing all those things, that's not because somebody told you to do it. That's because you have the power, the character strength of self-regulation. You're building your confidence. You're looking out for yourself. You're being the best who you can be. And that means that ahead of you, you have a great future. If you make a mistake, remember what we said right at the beginning of this video. You learn from your mistake. The more you learn from your mistake, that's a great choice in itself. Do not get all upset about your mistake, but to learn from your mistake and to grow and develop from your mistake. Well, that's a great choice. And again, you are building your future greatness. So I've put up here, go deeper. When you see somebody misbehave, don't start thinking, oh, you know, oh, but the teacher didn't say anything to them. No, think, what is the right choice for me? Maybe they need some support, that person who's made a not such a great choice. Maybe they just need us to be calm and let them learn from their mistakes so they can grow from it. And maybe we need to say, the most important thing is, hand on my heart, CC, confidence for myself. I say, let me make the great choice because you are building your future greatness when you make those great self-regulation choices. Confidence and consideration. Well done, everybody. So who are our gold stars of the week who self-regulated, who made great choices? Yasin, brilliant work. Aaron, amazing. Dolly, fantastic. Abdi Rahman, Nahara, Simina, Ibrahim, Kayhan, Afsa, Khalif, Anna Maria, Sammy AM, Amy, Walid, and Pfizer. Great work from all of you. Brilliant work. So our class champions, Lauren and Beckham, Nehara and Ennis, Alexandra and Holmes, Dennis B. in Seacole, Ashvini in Lister, Rahima in Nightingale, Vitesh in Nightingale, Faria in Nightingale, Joshua in Nightingale, Mansoor in Nightingale, and Aisha T. in Nightingale. Well done, all you class champions. So Grange House of Water, you were the top house of the past week, and you can see how much progress you made over there, more than 1,000 points of progress. Really well done. And we've got Amy and Aini and Amar M and Deja and Simina Khalif, Yusuf M, Ashvini Karunyan, Dima, Zakaria A, Alex B, flying in is Alana, Delia, and the swivel goes to Dennis B with 126 points. Well done. Grange House of Fire, look at your progress, fantastic progress over there, more than 1,000 points as well. And we've got Daim and Ramanula and Kayan, Maria V, Dolly, Tiago, Branchika, Avi, Leo, Rocky-san, Pfizer, Aaron, Vienna, Dana, Nia, Sarah, Gala, Laurentio, flying in, Jeshwin flying in, Ananga flying in, and the swivel went to Jahim. Fantastic week for you with 119 points. A fantastic week. Well done, Grange House of Fire. Grange House of Air. Look at your progress. Also over 1,000 points. So well done. So 2 weeks ago was 3,412 points, but last week was 4,419 points. So over 1,000 points of progress, which is just fantastic. Ibrahim, Fahad, Tiana, Anna Maria, Nikki, Yaksh, Martina, Hasti, Ananya, Andrada, Lauren, Mohammed K, Farah, Sophie W with 92 points flying in, Daria flying in with 114 points, and Adrian R gets a swivel with a magnificent 120 points. So Grange House of Earth, sorry, that shouldn't have been a swivel. That should have been a flying in. 4,272 points, so good progress. Jade, Leland, Hussein A, Maria A, Ansh, Lorik, Alexandra, Nehara, Sharia, Jade, Leland, Hussein A, Maria A, Ansh, Lorik, Afshin, Afsa, Shifa, Renaya, Justino, excellent. Alexandra, Nehara, Sharia, flying in is Zara M, Ranuki, and the swivel goes to Jacob with a magnificent 111. So our whole Grange community, brilliant. Look at that. So 2 weeks ago was 14,177 points, and we did the progress of about nearly 4,000 points more, 17,948. So classy class. So Enna's class last week, you were not in the top 3, but look at you. And everybody in class in low key stage 2 broke 1,000-point barriers. So fantastic. Beckham, last week you were 3rd in class, and you're 2nd this week. Fantastic. But the swivel, let's do their swivel again. Seacole class with 2,355 points. Seacole class, absolutely sensational. Will you give anybody else a chance to be the classy class? Give yourselves a pat on the back. Everybody get inspired by Super Seacole. Amazing. So we set ourselves an incredibly ambitious target of 75,000 points, and our running total now, you can see, is 71,000 points. So we still got 2 weeks to go. We've nearly hit our 75,000 points, which is just fantastic. So we're going to be powerful. We're going to be kind. We're going to be loved, and we are going to make it. We're going to get our 75,000 points. So we've had Freddie, had the reindeer, Super Seagull got the pot plants, and for spring 2, well, remember that I'd said about a handprint project. So it is Seagull class who was classy class of spring 2. So Mr. Hutchinson will be in touch shortly. And I think instead of the service road, we're going to bring it inside. So that's going to be quite exciting. And if you have an idea about what would be a nice reward for the classy class for summer 1 half term, then when you see me around the school, please tell me your idea, and maybe I can put that in the assembly for next week. So, pupils of Grange, let's be great, let's be Grange. Let's live our lives with confidence and consideration. And remember what we said in this video, that confidence really means not looking to the left, not looking to the right, but looking inside yourself and saying, what are the best choices that I can make? Because when you make great choices, you are building your future greatness. Don't worry about somebody else who you think, oh, they're getting away with it. First of all, they're not getting away with it. It's really sad that they are still not yet being able to manage their own self-regulation and build their future greatness. And second of all, the most important thing is, how are you doing? You need to be building your future greatness. And you make a great choice, you are building your future greatness. It doesn't happen overnight that just suddenly one becomes an adult and then suddenly you know how to behave. You're learning, and you're at Grange, the best school to learn at and to be at. Thank you for being a pupil of Grange. So, Grange children, live your lives with confidence and consideration. Enjoy the week ahead. Be safe and happy. Let's learn together. Let's respect each other. Let's achieve our potential, and let's be great. Let's be